What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we are getting to our second to last 2020 offseason Fallout type rebuild. I was on the cusp of making this a realistic rebuild, but because it is essentially targeted at one player, it kind of fell outside of that parameter. There will be a special, another AFC East rebuild coming on Saturday that I think you guys are definitely going to want to come back and check out. But today, we are going to be doing a 5-year rebuild with a man that surprisingly is supposed to be the heir of Tom Brady. Not that beautiful bald-headed bastard right there, Brian Hoyer, but the 58 overall Jarrett Stidham. Now, what we do know from a Madden sense is that New England is generally like a top 5 sim offense. I'm expecting Stidham to play a lot better than his 58 overall base. But let's just, this is something I generally want to see. Can Jarrett Stidham in a rebuild? Not only is this probably our first rebuild we've done where we started with a quarterback under 60 overall, but I mean, what's life going to be like beyond Tom Brady? Is there a way that we could develop Jarrett Stidham and give a lot of you Patriot fans that are on the cusp of like, why are we signing Cam Newton? Give you guys a little bit of hope here. I mean, I was really surprised New England didn't go after Andy Dalton, to be completely honest with you. So, that's another reason why that kind of sparks it, because Andy Dalton just recently signed with the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe they truly believe Jarrett Stidham can be their guy. So what we're going to do over the next 5 years is figure out, is that the case? Can he very well be that guy? We're not cheating. We're using 100% T-Dog's Madden 20 sliders, so it's not like we juke the quarterback slider XP up to 200 to give him an advantage. We're using default sliders for all, like we use for all of our rebuilds. The rosters, we are using the updated rosters. I was going to use the modded rosters. They do have the modded rosters that have, Roar Washer, there's rookie kickers picture. We had Kyle Duggar's picture. But to replace those pictures, they have to replace the draft asset picture. So in the draft, there was a bunch of like Chase Young would show up like 6 times. And obviously, I figured I could probably work around that. You just edit the player's picture once, and it gives you a default one. But I just, maybe we'll worry about that for the weekend rebuild. For this one here, we're just going to be using the players, and we won't have their portraits or anything like that. But we got Kyle Duggar. We'll work our way up, because we know where our quarterback is. We got Kyle Duggar. We're going to make our starter right away at strong safety. He was the premier pick this year, I think, in the draft for the New England Patriots. He is, I believe, drafted to be the successor to Patrick Chung. He still is a second-round player, so he's going to be high 60s at best, but he's a sensational athlete, and we're going to put him into the fire right away to get him growing and developing as our future franchise safety. We got Devin Mccourty back there, veteran, X-Factor with his zone hawk ability. Gotta need to find his replacement sooner than later. Secondary, we got Stefan Gilmore. Your reigning defending defensive player of the year, 98 overall, might be the best corner in the NFL pound for pound, and not just viewing in the scope of last year. Well, he won defensive player of the year. Clearly he's the best. But I think you look at the body of the work over the last 3 years, he might be the undisputed top corner in the National Football League. Devin McCourty is kind of old. We have Jones, who's 26.83. J.C. Jackson, 24.82. We will probably go with Jackson, Jones, and Gilmore as our starting corners, just because they have some youth to them. We can build around them over the next 5 years. We got Afc Jennings, really nice value pick. Of course, he'd be a guy that the Patriots would find. He's a 67. It's a little high, but 67 is not outside of the realm of where he could potentially be. And we're going to give him a starting opportunity so that hopefully by the end of this rookie year, he's going to be mid-70s and definitely someone we can build around. Inside, we got Hightower and Jawan Bentley. Look pretty good to me. Left outside linebacker. We're actually going to go with Josh Uche, I think, as a starter. That was my favorite pick that the Patriots made. Uche, sensational edge rusher from Michigan. Just easy to put it all together. Has all the tools, but needs to put the technical side together. We're going to go with him starting. So we're going to go with Uche and Afc Jennings, 2 rookies starting at outside linebacker here for the New England Patriots. Hopefully these are guys that we can become and grow and develop into franchise guys on the defensive side. 2 positions we don't have to worry about drafting for over the next 5 seasons. D-tackle, we got Butler, Philadelphia Eagle legend. He was great on the sticks of Twitter. Bo Allen. Yeah, I mean, either or, they're not. None of these guys are really an option long term. Defensive end, we're probably gonna stick Chase Vinovich there, 74 with that star dev. Actually, do I have any devs on the rookies? Uche 68 normal. I'm gonna guess Jennings 67 normal. Duggar might have one. He's probably normal. Okay, all the rookies that we have are normal dev, so we get that working against us. But yeah, we'll go Vinovich at one of the defensive end spots, and the other one will, probably just be John Simon for the time being. Offensive line is solid. Marcus Cannon, got to replace him. I think he's usually a candidate that retires right away. He's a popular guy that does retire. Shaq Mason, we got David Andrews, Joe Tooney, and Isaiah Wynn. So the O-line for most of this rebuild are going to be good. I'd say for at least 4 years, we're going to have our O-line in place that's already here. At tight end, oh boy. Well, we got Dalton Key and Devin Asiasi. I don't really know if either of these guys are ever going to be the replacement to Gronk. We got Ryan Izzo, who I remember there was like a viral video of Roberto Aguayo's brother, Ricky Aguayo, getting beat up at a frat house. And then I know where Ryan Izzo comes in and like takes on and knocks out like 5 guys. Pretty interesting video. Shout out to Barstool Sports. Don't know if he's going to be the guy though. For the sake of this rebuild, I might, a little bit better athlete, might make Dalton Keene our starter just for the time being. See what he can do there. Wide receivers, we got Julian Edelman in the slot, Sanu, Marquise Lee, who they brought over from the Jags, Bird's fast. Nikhil Harry's going to have to be a guy we push in. Canadian, even though he's not really technically is Canadian. So he'll probably be our wide receiver 1. We'll have Edelman in the slot, and we'll have to find that long-term partner on the outside for him. Plus, I mean, even Edelman in the slot, we got to replace him sooner than later. So in reality, we probably only have 1 wide receiver. I mean, maybe we can get something into Jacoby Myers, but we probably only have 1 wide receiver, Nikhil Harry, that we can count on for the full 5 years. We got fullback, running back, White and Michelle. I mean, unless J.J. Taylor or Damian Harris can do something. I just remember the last time we did a Patriot rebuild, Sony Michel was underwhelming, to say the least. So, I don't know, we'll figure it out. I'm going to say we probably don't have our long-term starter here running. We're probably always going to be a committee, though. And then at quarterback, it won't be Brian Hoyer. We're going to thrust Jarrett Stidham into the starting role. This is the Jarrett Stidham New England Patriot 5-year rebuild here in Madden 20. Let's get into it. All right, our first of a couple. We failed it, but we finally got one for Anthony Jennings, the rookie out of Alabama. Got himself a dev trait. Congratulations. So at the midway point of year 1, 3-5-1 for the Patriots. So the fall post Tom Brady is real. The AFC's not overly dominant, though. We're only 2 games back, so it's still up for grabs for the back stretch. Let's kind of see what's Stidham looking like here. Jarrett Stidham is 4th in yards, 4th in touchdowns as a 61 overall. Just to show you, you know, I always keep it 100, but I'm not playing. It wasn't even like I snuck in for a game or two to try to get a dev trade or anything. There's nothing there. All right, looks like even though the wins aren't there, the life beyond Tom Brady's looking okay here. We got a couple contracts for some of the rookies. Obviously, this isn't always going to be perfect with some of these special draft classes. We got Dalton Keene locked up here. And Raw, the kicker. Other than that, these guys can bounce. Okay, so at the end of year 1 of the Jarrett Stidham era, we failed to make the playoffs, which is, you know, even though we got a nice little divisional win there, week 17, Patriots don't care if you're playing well. I think the Patriots would trade an MVP season from Jarrett Stidham for them just making the playoffs. So we failed to make the playoffs. We knew Stidham was going to have some ridiculous numbers. He's playing like a top 5 quarterback. 4,400 passing yards, 37 touchdowns to 13 picks. If he does that, I think everyone's just going to go, oh, great, the Patriots did it again. You know? They did it again. They didn't trade up for Tua or Jordan Love or any of those guys, Herbert. They didn't sign Cam Newton yet. They didn't sign Andy Dalton in the free agents, Jameis Winston. They stuck with Stidham, and if he did something like this in real life, I don't know. I did like Stidham 2 years ago. I don't know what his last year in Auburn was. I don't know if he was I don't know if he was a junior or a senior because I know he transferred from Baylor. But let's just act like he left it after his senior year at Auburn. His junior season was really good. Like, I thought he was a fringe first-round quarterback in his junior season. Then the senior season kind of fell off a little bit. So I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think there's a completely, I would much rather, if I'm the Patriots next season, they did bring in Mr. Reliable and Brian Hoyer. I absolutely would go with Jarrett Stidham as my starter right now if I'm New England. Looking at who's available, everything that's out there, I would probably go with Jarrett Stidham over Cam Newton, if I'm being honest. And if he did something like this in his first rookie season, well, it's not really rookie season, but his first year as a starter, I think we would all be ecstatic. Then again, I mean, he probably played in the preseason last year. I can't comment about if he played good or not in the preseason. Patriot fans in the comments, you might be able to let me know. But anyways, either way, we know that the Patriots offense is sim cheese in the Madden Sim, and there we go. Great start for the Jarrett Stidham era. He's up to a 66, 67 overall with the morale boost. So we still got a ways to go, but you know he'll get at least a star dev upgrade. Running game was kind of non-existent. Touchdowns were fine, but obviously, yeah, we averaged like around 50 rushing yards a game. Not good. We got 1,100 yards, 11 tutties for Edelman, over 1,108 for Nikhil Harry. Dalton Keene, trying to be the next Gronk. 88 catches, 900 yards, 11 touchdowns. That is absurd. What's he up to? A 73. So our offensive players going off. Defensively, Jawan Bentley over 100 tackles. We got 96 there. 94 for Duggar and a pick. Might be a candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year. We got 9 sacks for the rookie Uche. 7.5 for Afc Jennings. Already saw in very early, like week 6 or 7, going up on a dev trade. So that's phenomenal. That everything seems to be coming well. 5 picks, Patrick Chung. Ridiculous. But that's what I was, because we had Duggar as our money backer. We probably even just make Patrick Chung our strong safety, and maybe we can go Jawan Bentley as our money backer, something like that next season. I just wanted to get Duggar on the field, get him a lot of snaps for a chance to get Rookie of the Year. But the rookie and stuff, it's all going to look a little bit weird because this is, the Madden still thinks it's year 1. But Stidham coming number 10 in the MVP race. Okay. Offensive Player of the Year. Stidham at 8. Cam Newton signed with the Broncos. Justin Herbert there for the Chargers, having a great year. Defensive Player of the Year went to C.J. Mosley. We'll just skip over the rookies. Mahomes, Chubb. See if we just had anybody. No, we did not. Ooh, look at that. Good sign for the Dolphins. And Chung was the runner-up there for best DB in the AFC. Either way, year 1 in the books. We're just going to use Madden generated draft classes for this rebuild. But I think, obviously, playoffs, we're only a game back. It was close. But given the success of Jarrett Stidham, great start to this rebuild. 4 more years to go. So here's a look at our draft recap here. Pretty solid draft, I think. I sit really top heavy. I did not like my board after the 3rd round, so I just let the computer do it. These guys, obviously, like, there was no one good. But we got a 72 tackle that we can make, right tackle, left tackle, either or, find somewhere for him. We got a really good 76. He was top, I think, 11 in true talent, getting in the 2nd round because we need that replacement for Marcus Cannon. And when you go back-to-back tackle, 2nd and 3rd round, that really just speaks to how bad. There was a linebacker I wanted in the 3rd round. He was gone. And then everyone else was red at this point. The only person I had a 1st-round grade on was Moody out of North Dakota State. But this is our big guy right here. Emmanuel Byram, 77, hidden dev out of Stanford. Number 4 in true talent. We got him at pick 19. He's going to be a defensive end in our scheme. He's going to be the guy. I mean, maybe we can make. It's a really small nose tackle, but I don't know. He'll either be a nose tackle or a DN. Either way, he's versatile. He's a scheme fit. Nice. So here's how our team's looking at year 2, 81 overall on the offense. We got a couple dev traits based upon performance. Stidham's up to a star. Marquise Lee and Nikhil Harry are going to be wide receivers after Julian Edelman decided to retire. So, yikes. Dalton Keene went up a dev trait to a star, which is really, really good. We'll go still over Cannon at right tackle, our 2nd round pick. Offensive line remains intact. Defensively, we're going to have Byram be a defensive tackle, even though he's slightly undersized, with Simon and Vinovich on the outside. Gilmore, J.C. Jackson, and Jones make up our corners. McCourty still doing his thing. Duggar will be our strong safety. Uche, Hightower, Bentley, and Jennings. Ooh, we did get a little bit of a hidden depth trait guy from the old Madden CPU sim. I like that. Cool. Well, there's our team. And again, hopefully Stidham plays like a monster and gets another depth trait. After our week 10 bye here in year 2, we're 6-3. So we've tipped on ahead. Still not first in the East. The Bills are a really good roster. So it's not utterly shocking that they're playing well. And 6-3 is good for us. Stidham is 1st in yards, 13th, and still ridiculous numbers. Maybe it's not, 4th and 4th or whatever he was at the midway point last year, but he's still playing ridiculously good and still is almost right on pace to get another dev trait. We got some contracts to talk about here. So first up, we got Devin Mccourty. Don't have his replacement. As long as he's going to keep playing 1 year, this is fine because we have a ridiculous amount of salary cap. J.C. Jackson, we want him for the remainder of the rebuild in the secondary. David Andrews on it. It's not brutal money. Okay, he's gone. He gone. See, some of the rookie deals are still a little bit messed up, but we'll give Kyle Duggar here. Give him his rookie contract. Yeah, maybe we'll see. Hightower will take that because we just have so much money. Usually, I'm not on board signing guys over 30, but when you have like $130 million cap, yeah, we'll give David Andrews and Devin McCourty at least one more offer to see if we can get them back. And other than that, the rest of these guys, goodbye. So at the end of year 2, not ideal. 8-8. We must have tanked. I'm gonna say we lost at least, yeah, 5. Just a nice 5-game losing streak. You cannot have that happen if you have any expectations of making the playoffs. You know, Stidham's up to a 75. We got Nikhil Harry, got a dev trade. He's 84 star. Byram, whatever his name is, Byram from Stanford, superstar dev. So that's phenomenal. We were able to draft that. We got him at pick 19. Just casually adding a superstar dev player on the defense here. Statistically, first and 10. That might be enough for him to get a dev trait. I'm not exactly sure how it works. The averages off the top of my head, I can't remember what it was. But I mean, even if dev trait or not, it will help with his development because he's a 73 overall. He has the +2 morale. He's still playing insanely well. Our run game was, below average. Big year, Nikhil Harry. 91 catches, almost 1,300 yards, 8 tutties. Keen, big year. Jacoby Myers filling in nicely for the now retired Julian Edelman. 9 touchdowns, almost 800 yards. Defensively, Bentley led the team in tackles. 10.5 sacks for Simon, 9 from Byram. 11 TFLs. Jennings was solid. 4 picks McCourty, 3 J.C. Jackson. Let's just see what we got. Our yearly awards. MVP, great! I love that we're just dealing with Josh Allen. That's sensational. Well, it's only a matter of time. Let's get to year 3. That Stidham can put together put this good box score numbers, these big passing numbers, and put them into wins and get us in the playoffs. For free agents here, we're going all in. We need to improve the run game. Derrick Henry's there. Derrick Henry's absolutely the kind of guy Bill Belichick would be all over. So we're going to bid and try to get 2 Tennessee Titans here. Derrick Henry and Jayon Brown. Jayon Brown will take over for Hightower. Derrick Henry will be an upgrade over Michelle. Nice. If we can get him, there's competitive bids. And also, this one here, it's another way we block Derrick Henry from going to another team in the division, the top team in the division, in the Buffalo Bills. Oh, boy. Phenomenal. Draft recap time. I really like my draft. I think it was solid. We got a lot of good playmakers here. No one below a 65 overall. In the 4th round, we got Robbie Brewster, 70 hidden dev tackle from Wake Forest. Like seeing that. We got a 70 D tackle in the 3rd round that we're going to slide in to be probably just make a left defensive end, I think is where he's going to be moving to. And he actually went up a point. Nice. We had a 68 wide receiver. He's this well-rounded player. And the big get here. This guy could be an X factor. He was 3rd round, didn't attend the combine, 74 hidden dev, fits our scheme, 6'3", 96, 296. Nice. Is everything 88 strength, very powerful. Got to be a starting D end, I think, for us. Year 3 for the New England Patriots. Jarrett Stidham got fantastic news. He's up to a superstar dev. He's a 74 overall, so we've seen him press when we did the rebuilds before we, got back to the good style rebuilds. Stidham would be at this point with our juiced up sliders a little bit. He'd be 80s and stuff. So while the dev trait is, he's got that pretty much in every year. The overall, 74, we still got a lot of room for improvement here for Jarrett Stidham. The superstar dev hopefully will help him get to at least an 80. Nikhil Harry got a dev trait upgrade at the end of last season, which is great. Really emerging as a wide receiver 1, which was he was drafted to do as a 1st round pick. We brought in Derrick Henry as a top priority free agent, run behind a fantastic offensive line. We probably could use another playmaker at wide out, to be honest with you. Keen's developed into a nice tight end. Not a Gronk replacement, but a nice tight end. Griffin and Byram. Anyways, defense looks solid. We threw in Jayon Brown at linebacker to play with Jawan Bentley. I think our linebacker core really, really solid and affordable for the most part. Starting to see a little bit of aggression here. McCourty and Gilmore. So would love Griffin to kind of be, he didn't attend the combine, hidden dev, mid-1st round. there's a chance he's Superstar X Factor. We've seen those before. Definitely need that because our two current Superstar X Factors are on the downswing of their careers. We'll definitely like to see Kyle Duggar continue to develop it too. I'm very surprised he's not up into the 80s yet. But either way, we're in year 3. We've had outstanding performances from a statistical standpoint, but not the most important one. We have yet to make the playoffs, and we're looking for that to all start off here in year 3. Midway point of year 3, not good. Bottom dwellers in the East. The only bit of good news, and it's not even the best news it could have been, as I saw when I was spending it here. Griffin, Superstar. Wasn't the X Factor I thought he could, but Sean Griffith, nice, 77. Almost a scheme fit, almost perfect scheme fit. We got 2 of those guys on the D-line. I'm happy with it. That's the only thing I'm happy about right now. I mean, what's Stidham doing? Down year, playing like he's rated. Gets the Superstar dev, starts sucking. How fitting. Gilmore, 1-year deal. Absolutely need him here. We got Devin Mccourty. If he'll still take one, he's probably going to retire. But I mean, he's 35. Ageless Wonder. Does he keep playing? That'd be great. Isaiah Wynn, really solid tackle. Not at any point in the rebuild to replace him, so we'll come back and renegotiate. Bentley, solid linebacker, has been playing really well for us. Michelle can go. I do like Myers in the slot. If we can get someone on the outside, another guy, we need another weapon. All the depth guys can go at this point. We could just redraft their replacements. So yeah, we'll come back for Isaiah Wynn. And yeah, I don't know, man. Not a great year 3. Pretty much a throwaway at this point. And at the end of year 3, we finished with an 8-8 record, 3rd in the East. So the Jets turn on top. We'll be back. We're right there, man. We are right on the. I think we need, and this has been almost a common thing. I feel like every rebuild we've done over the last 5 rebuilds, we need another wide receiver. We need someone else that can do something. We can have Myers. He's fine in the slot. Harry on one side. We need another weapon to give Jarrett Stidham. And they're hard to draft, man. They're hard to draft, and they're not usually free agents. So we're gonna have to do something. I don't know what, but we got to do something. So looking at our team statistically, I mean, Stidham finished out pretty well. 3,700 yards, 32 touchdowns, 5 picks. That's a really good season. Derrick Henry, finally, I mean, he wasn't bad. We paid him top-tier money. He played, if he played any worse than that, I'd be disappointed. But, he's acceptable numbers there. No dominant receiver, but Myers, 10 touchdowns in the slot. Harry was okay. Keen's fine. We just need that other weapon. We need that guy that if, we get 3 guys, like a 7, 8, and 8, we need 1,000, 1,200, 1,100, something in that range. Jayon Brown, big money free agent. Something like that. 118 tackles, 10 TFLs, 3 sacks, 4 picks. Unreal. Definitely got himself a dev trade off of that for sure. 10.5 sacks Byram, 10 from Uche, 9 from Griffith. Our D-line, our defense generally is playing very, very well. Yearly awards MVP went to Lamar Jackson. Of course it did. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson, CJ Mosley, Jayon Brown coming at 3. I mean, again, it's just another year, 3 years in a row. Statistically, I'm happy with how everyone's played. We're just not getting the wins. Got him. I think we got him. True Talent 7, got him at pick 49 in the 2nd round. DeAndre Evans out of Louisville, 6'1", 177 deep threat, 75 hidden dev, 95 acceleration. He's a great athlete, better athlete than receiver right now. But maybe this is the guy. So then our draft recap, that wide receiver that we just showed you wasn't actually the first guy we drafted. We actually got a really nice looking slot as well. What a filthy slot this guy looks like. Let me put a little bit of heat on Jacoby Myers, but DeAndre Evans, we're going to live and die on that pick. We just simmed out after the 3rd round. We got Kent Ford, 69 safety. We do kind of need a safety. He was actually a first round. That's how bad this draft was. This guy here was late 1st round talent. Number 31 in true talent. He's 69 normal. So it wasn't a great draft class. We might have to throw this guy to the Wolves, though, to be the replacement for Devin Mccourty retired. But DeAndre Evans, can this guy be what we need opposed Nikhil Harry to take this offense over the top? Year 4 for the New England Patriots. And here is how we're lining up. As far as the offense, no changes outside of bringing in Evans, who we need to be sensational this season. No other way around it. No new dev traits, no other new faces, no other new starters. On the defense, pretty much the same. Byron went up to Superstar X Factor, which is nice reinforcement. He would have earned that Super Bowl week, which he did. We had Griffin there, Vinovich. Jayon Brown went up dev trade after his ridiculous season. We're going with a third-round pick forward at safety. I did think about maybe moving, like, what does Joanne Williams, what does he go up to? He is kind of slow for a corner. We'll give him a chance. Maybe he's a slight upgrade. He was a kind of high pick out of Vandy. Third-round pick, I think. He actually is technically an upgrade, so we'll do that. We'll move him to free safety. Duggar there. Gilmore's still really good, even though he is regressing. Yeah, this is definitely a playoff caliber team. Don't know what to tell you. We need to go out there and do it here in year 4. Really early bye here in year 2, and we're off, or year 4, sorry, and the 2s are what got me. We're 2-2. Every one of the divisions, we're top. We're top and 2-2. Let's just leave it at that. All right, let's just leave it at that. What guys do we want? We definitely want, if Gilmore's going to come back for that 5th and final year of the rebuild, we want him here. Nikhil Harry has been really, really solid for us. We want him here. Look how much money we have. Dude, we have so much salary. We're going to be able to re-sign all of these veterans and still be able to just splurge in free agency if we really want to. Oh, I forgot we got to pay Stidham. Shoot. Okay. Maybe we won't have as much money as we thought, but we're still going to have more than enough money that if this probably inevitably turns into a year 5 Super Bowl bust, we will have some ammunition to make a big splash if there's a game changer out there. It has finally happened. It only took us 4 years, but our general manager is happy to congratulate us on making our first playoff berth. Everyone's going to be getting some morale boost. We have a little bit of coach XP. We're actually going to save that in case we need to get the free agent package for whatever player we might want. We were runners-up, though. Still don't have a divisional title, but 11-5 is really good. And I will say, almost in all our wins, we're getting close to 30 points. I think Stidham's going to have some ridiculous numbers. I have no idea what the dev trade is on that wide receiver. I feel like it's star, given how much I had upgraded. It's superstar, though. He's already up to an 85. DeAndre Evans, man, he should have got more than. It felt like, I don't know. It did feel like he was going, like sometimes when you get star players, and you're trying for my rebuild and stuff, I don't like to peak. I like to give a true reaction. I'll get like one of those D linemen. Like every time we get a star, right? It's just like every 4 or 5 weeks, they might get one skill point. And I'm like, oh, well, that's just a dead giveaway. They only have a star dev. And I felt like that was going to be the case with this guy. But okay. Nice. Nice. Exactly what we needed there. And maybe surprise, we bring that weapon in, we finally make the playoffs. Stidham doesn't even have that great of a year. 37 yards, 22 touchdowns. It was a Derrick Henry show. We finally decided to, hey, we get another superstar wide receiver, maybe one of the best rookies from the draft, and we just decided, yeah, let's become a running team. I ain't mad at it, though. 1,000 yards for Harry, 7-5 for Evans. Maybe that's why. He had the superstar depth, but he didn't really have a ridiculous season. Maybe that's why he didn't get all that XP. Myers was solid. Keene was okay. Defensively, Jayon Brown, buttload of tackles, 12 sacks, Uche, 10 for Griffith, 8 for Byram, 4 picks, J.C. Jackson, like seeing that. Yearly awards, MVP went to Deshaun Watson. Sean Watson, Zeke Elliott, whatever. What's defensive player of the year? Miles Jack. Cool. Phenomenal. Cool. Awesome. Whatever. I'll take the first year we don't have amazing statistics to actually make the playoffs as we start here in year 4, going on the road to Baltimore, taking on the 10-6 Ravens, Lamar Jackson in the wild card round. No idea how well this team's going to play in the sim. This is brand new territory for us, but we ran the ball well. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the big news update. Like, what tells you what's going on there in the middle where it says kickoff and second down. I don't know if running teams dominate in the sim. I remember, like, this is Madden 17. If you had a Le'Veon Bell, he'd always get like 300 yards in the super sim. I don't know. I don't really know if I've ever caught on to a trend here in Madden 20 as to, like, is it better to have a good passing offense? Is it better to have a good rushing offense for the sim? But either way, we're playing well. It's 24-24. Everything to play for here. 2-minute drill to go win this game and move on. And we do absolutely nothing. Tom Brady would be rolling in his grave with how unclutch this is. We'll come in here on 4th down. 4th and inches. We have no timeouts. We pretty much have to take a shot downfield. Oh, we definitely do. We get Evans at the top. Looks like Marlon Humphrey's on him. We have Nikhil Harry on the other side. I mean, Harry gonna jump. There's no safety help. Come on. Oh, Marcus Peters too slow. No safety help. 1v1, man to a man. Marcus Peters, he gotta be 30. He probably has no, doesn't have that top end speed anymore. Nikhil Harry getting behind the defense. And just like that, coming in, helping our team move on. Good performance. Instead of 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards for Nikhil Harry. And the Patriots are moving on to the AFC Divisional Round. All right, divisional round, Bills. Let's find out who the best team is in the AFC East. It's snowy. You know, we did 10 years of rebuilding for the Buffalo Bills like 2 months ago. Every time we made the playoffs, it was a snow game. Not surprised. Feel like maybe that's automatic if Buffalo makes it. This is a big game, though. Bills have been good. We've seen Josh Allen win the MVP. We stole Derrick Henry away from them last offseason. They're the only team that we were competing with to bring in Derrick Henry, who was our MVP, offensive MVP this year. So there's some storylines in this game, but above most, it's who's the best team in the AFC East. And it looks like the Patriots here might be good enough. They could close this game out on the back of Derrick Henry. Let's finish this. There we go. Just like that, beating out the Buffalo Bills. Just beating on them. Bad game from Stidham. Good game from Henry. Don't really care too much about the individual stats. The most important one is the victory. And just like that, we're in the AFC Championship game here in year 4. AFC Championship game, Stidham versus Deshaun Watson. Patriots, Texans. I mean, we're looking good, man. This is going to be the year. Look, up and down the field. I don't know if J.J. Watt would still be around. I haven't seen him hit free agency. They're probably still there. Old man J.J. Watt, his defense is not... They didn't put a lot of fight in the first half. Offensively, though, I think Deshaun Watson's not going to let them get blown out here. They get 2 touchdowns over the second half. I think that's just too big of a hole. We are too well-built of a team to, blow a 3-touchdown lead, right? What's going on here? Why are we here? I don't want this. I don't want to come in for a punt. Don't blow this. Thank you. We're going to the Super Bowl. Only took 4 years post Tom Brady, but Stidham, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, over 100 yards for Derrick Henry as the Patriots are heading back to the Super Bowl. Ooh. The Malcolm Butler rematch. Patriots, Seahawks, Super Bowl here in year 4. Just don't mess this up. Hopefully if Pete Carroll's still there. I mean, he retires after like the first year, but I would love for him to mess this up. Low scoring first half, defensive battle. We've yet to get a touchdown here, just trading field goals. They've got a couple tutties. Come on, let's go, Stidham. I know Tom Brady's probably like an OC at this point for the Patriots, trying to, sell his goddamn snake oil. Oh, come on. Come on, Stidham. Oh, Come on. I'm closing my eyes. Yes! Yes! There we go! Jay Gruden and the Seattle Seahawks couldn't do it. 10 seconds to go. I couldn't watch. But Jarrett Stidham found a way for the New England Patriots to get like their 15th Super Bowl title. I don't know. I stopped counting. But it took 4 years beyond Tom Brady. I guess with Stidham, it's already undisputed, but Bill Belichick's the GOAT. He's the greatest coach of all time. And if he's able to find a way, even if it does take 4 years, to retool everything, to win a Super Bowl with Jarrett Stidham in 4 years, I think Patriot fans would be ecstatic with that. Obviously, you're going to be losing a lot of your key players there. Edelman will probably be gone by then. Probably most likely will be gone by then. Some of the O-line might be gone by then. A couple of the stalemates on Chung will be gone. McCourty's will be gone. But they can find a way to put this on. And these are realistic. If Derrick Henry becomes a free agent, if they can't, things go sour with the Titans, 100% Bill Belichick will be like, oh, yeah, we're going to get him. We're going to scoop him up. Jarrett Stidham. I mean, we're going to end it here. This is as good. There's no point playing in 5th year. We were able to win. It took us 4 years. Like the number on his chest to win a Super Bowl. He got an MVP. Jarrett Stidham and the New England Patriots got it done. And he played well. Outdueled Russell Wilson. Another 100-yard performance from Derrick Henry. Over 100 yards for Nikhil Harry. Yeah, there we go, fellas. That is the Patriots rebuild with Jarrett Stidham as their quarterback. We'll be back on Saturday for another rebuild. Maybe it rhymes with the Miami Dolphins. Make sure you definitely want to check that one out. That'll be another 5-year rebuild. And then after that, we'll be getting right back into the realistic rebuilds because that's kind of the last of like the theme rebuilds that I want to do. But I hope you guys did enjoy this. As always, the first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace out.